Hey, this video is going to be about the California fires. I'm not going to be stating any propaganda. I'm not going to be stating any particular theories. I'm not stating anything as far as the possible cause of these fires. First, I'd like to say to all of the victims of these fires, I send my prayers and love, and believe me, if I could donate to everyone in need in this world, I would. If I had a lot of money, that'd be the first thing I would do. Sadly, we barely make ends meet. But moving to what's going on in California, these are unprecedented fires. They stayed in northern and southern California, these fires pushing together, and now they're dealing with hurricane-force winds coming in. People reported that a storm was supposed to come into California. They were supposed to get rain, and then suddenly that rain pushed away. Could that be some kind of a... Well, I stated I wasn't getting into any theories. Every time you have a situation like this take place, there are conspiracy theories that run rampant all over the internet. And not all of these things are so crazy, really, at all. You do have multiple facilities, multiple organizations in this world that, well, they do a lot of things. But the reports coming out of California the official reports did state some of the blame goes on the electric companies. They said that the electric companies malfunctioned. And this is official news. It's not like, oh, this is fake news or this is some sort of a conspiracy theory, which I'm not a fan of that word, but that phrase, but many conspiracies do go rampant when things happen. Right now in our area, we're dealing with some tricky weather. So you got one thing on one side and another on the other. There's ice and snow and rain changing to freezing rain to ice and snow and all that, slick roads and all of that mess taking place. Cold air, cold weather in our area. But in California, there are several theories as to what's going on. And every time you always have people stating that, the fear-mongering people will put this stuff out. I'm not stating a cause. But people did report that their smart meters and certain towers, which are run by the electric company, overheated and exploded or caught on fire. And it was reported that the electric companies in California did have several issues and were the root of some of the fires. Now, some people, supposedly, it was reported that some of the fires were caused by arson, campfires, and some people starting fires, which to do something like that is absurd anyway. But that was one of the reports. Some of the reports. But many of the reports coming in stated that some of the meters caught fire, some of the where the things that hold the electric cables and the network cables, where they're bundled up, those little things that are bundled up that on the lines, the power lines, overheated and melted from the inside out, caught fire. Several people blame the electric companies, and in several cases they stated the electric companies were to blame for several of these fires. Now they have more than 3 more fires, according to the news, that just took off. They said it's the worst fires that they have ever seen in the history of California, destroying everything in its path. And yes, there have been trees destroyed, even though some of the reports were stating that some of the trees were burning from the inside out. Some of the buildings and businesses heated from the inside out, melted, electric lines melted, and the energy coming out of these smart boxes and various things on homes did melt and create energy issues and then electrical fires. So that was some of the starting of these fires. So that's why I stated the electric companies were to blame in some of the cases. A horse was found, heartbreaking story where a horse was found in a pool. He went into a pool trying to stay out of these fires. He jumped into the pool. And as it was reported, many people reported it to be a hellish scene, driving through what they called hell, driving through the nearest thing you can get to that, of these fires all around them. And Their vehicle was melting. They said, "Don't turn on the air conditioner." That's obvious. That's a given. And they stated that it was smothering them, and then their tires started to melt, the vehicle started popping, and they had to get out with their family and run. Thankfully, they survived. Many did not. So to the families and victims, I send prayers and love. But I'd like to hear your theories on the idea of what's causing this. Like I stated, I'm not putting out any propaganda against on anything. And you probably already know I can name 5 right off the bat. Like, right away. As to theories that are going around on the internet of what's causing this. If you remember, though, several years ago, 2012, 2014, and 15, and last year again, there were several fires and then drought. They were blaming several things on it. There were several drought issues, and what they call conspiracy theories went around then as well. So I don't want to do any fear mongering. That's not what I want to do. Or some call, fear, what people call it, but, put just fear out there. I mean, that's not what I do. But see, these fires, there's something that have never been seen before. Magnitude. They said that no one's ever seen fires to this magnitude, and CBS News just reported the reason why. They're going to be doing a show. They actually did one at 9:31 tonight, according to my notifications that I missed. CBS News said Scorched Earth, they're calling it. Why California's wildfires are so intense and so hard to fight, and where they're going next. CBS did a special report that I missed, but yeah, I'm sure they're going to mention global warming, climate change, and all that. Some of the people that drove through, as you can see, they called it driving through hell, driving through the hellish things. Let's see. This one was from 3 days ago. I mean, the smoke in the air is apocalyptic. Charlie Sheen was asking for people on Twitter to, search for his parents because he couldn't find them, and Charlie Sheen, they reported they found his parents. They were safe and sound. They just couldn't get a hold through phone because of what was going on. I just seen that earlier about Charlie Sheen. But if you look at all of these fires, I mean, it's very devastating. Very devastating. And they had hurricane force winds, now pushing more of them. They were supposed to have had a storm a few days ago of rain, but it just dissipated and pushed back out into the ocean. So I'm putting theories out on that. All of this stuff, and I mean, it's just all of these things happening at once. And I realize we're living in prophetic times. We are for sure living in prophetic times. This looks like a post-apocalyptic movie or show. I mean, it looks like you're looking at something off of one of those, like a post-apocalyptic show. Looks like you're looking at, aftermath at the end of this world or something. But I realize we're living in prophetic times, and we're supposed to be going home soon. Hopefully that comes true. That we're safe. We'll be safe. This world is getting crazy. I do send my prayers and love to everyone going through these horrific things. And send prayers to me as well for my anxiety, my depression, my darkness and depression that that continues. But right away, I send love to everyone going through those issues, and it's definitely something unprecedented and historic as well. That's for sure. Seeing these fires, I mean, it would be a very, very heckish scene to drive through, to live through. So, paradise is on fire. They said it's kind of odd and unusual to be leaving paradise. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. And I send best wishes to everyone. What do you think is really going on? I'm interested in hearing from all of you. There's all kinds of theories, but I'm not stating one for this video. But there's just a lot happening. And if someone was setting these fires, then shame on you. Shame on you for doing that. I mean, who does that? No one in their right mind. But if that's the case, that's arson, that's terrorism. That is terrorism for sure. If there's groups doing it, that's awful. If the theories being stated are correct, then that's horrible as well. But I do believe we are in prophetic times. I send much love and to everyone. Please hope the best for me as well. The darkness of depression is something really difficult to battle. So, hopefully that I can get a path straightened out in life that brings me the good fortune I need. So, much love and peace, and I thank you all and for watching. I thank you all for watching, and I hope the best for everyone dealing with these fires. I send my thoughts your direction and my prayers your way. So, much love and peace. Let me know your thoughts on what's going on. Bye.